Hey, what's up, addicts? It's the Arrowhead Addict halftime show. Patrick Allen here. Matt Verderam will be here for the post-game show, but he's right now having a very passionate conversation with his father. He's in New York for the holidays, so wanted to give him a little time off from the halftime show. Those guys always traditionally have talked at halftime, and right now I'm sure they're having a really great conversation because the Kansas City Chiefs are whooping the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's 23-0, and really they should have 4 more points, the Chiefs, than they actually do. It's a windy day out there. Matt Verderam fan page, like let's give Fry a little bit of a break. It is really windy out there. Boswell's a very good kicker. He missed a kick as well. Yeah, you'd like to see him, knock that extra point through for sure. But he hit that first one, put the Chiefs in a really good position. And, it's the weather conditions. That's just kind of is what it is. But I mean, look, fire in your questions, hit the thumbs up on YouTube, do all that stuff. Appreciate you guys. Some first half observations for the Chiefs. First of all, excellent start for the Chiefs on defense. They got off the field quickly on the first drive. They forced a turnover that led to another touchdown. Travarius Ward, as we've said on the show multiple times, continues just to be a gem for this defense, making plays out there. And the offensive line as well. Really, I thought played great the whole first half. They were getting good push in the run game. They converted a few third and shorts. Made some things happen on the goal line. I agree, Mike Cole. Great run pass balance by the Chiefs. This was going to be a big part of the game today, at least for me, was can the Chiefs run the ball a little bit? Can they throw the ball out of the backfield, especially throwing the ball out of the backfield, because those are the kind of plays that are going to make up for not having a guy like Kelsey, right? Those little dump downs over the middle, those security blanket throws from Mahomes, those check downs. And, obviously you can't replace Kelsey, but having an approximation for Mahomes when those speedsters are out there stretching the field and he can dump the ball off and keep the chains moving. And that is what the Chiefs have at times struggled to do this season on offense, but they've been doing a really great job of it in this game. They're moving the ball down the field. They're eating up the clock like crazy. I'm going to pull up the, literally 20 minutes to 10 minutes in time of possession for the Chiefs in that half. Absolutely incredible. Gonzo, what's up, man? Great point. 1 penalty in the first half for the Chiefs. That's another thing. They're not going out there hurting themselves, right? Obviously, they had the missed field goals and those types of things, but they're not jumping off sides. They're not getting a bunch of bad penalties and bad turnovers. Obviously, the strip on Mahomes, that was a bad play by Pat. He knows that. He's got to have a little bit better pocket awareness there and take care of the football. But Joe Thuney, right where he's supposed to be, catches that ball looking like a sure-handed punt returner out there, and then just got down, didn't try to do anything crazy. Gonzo, this is my old school Tony Gonzalez jersey. Do you remember when they put out these black alternates? I know some Chiefs fans hate them, but I thought it was a pretty cool thing. Actually, I got it I must have picked it up 3 months before Kelsey got traded. I was so annoyed. I wore it one time, and then he went to the Falcons. And since it's a black jersey, I definitely wasn't wearing it. So I sat in my closet for a number of years until he retired. And now, being a Chiefs great, I was able to bust him back out. Yeah, I think they're fun. I've got the yellow Mahomes jersey in there too that a lot of people don't like, but I like to switch it up a little bit. Gary says Josh Gordon looking old out there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't feel like I've seen enough of Josh Gordon to know whether or not I think he looks old. I mean, he's had some opportunities out there, but they haven't been oh man, it was right in the breadbasket type of opportunities. A couple of really tough catches for Gordon. You'd like to see him convert, especially on that touchdown. He had it in his hands. If he could have kind of strong-handed that, but it was a good play by the Pittsburgh DB as well to break that one up. Willie Gay having an incredible impact on this game. It can't be underestimated, him flying around, getting tackles for a loss, not having that athleticism on the field, especially because the Chiefs are without Nick Bolton in this game. I was talking with some people on Twitter and they were saying, it's going to be tough not having Nick Bolton. And it definitely is, but I actually didn't mind not having him for this matchup against the Steelers. Najee Harris, I think, is a great running back. He's going to be very good, but he's not a speedster. He's not a burner. He's a little bit more of a, heavy guy. Kind of a hammer. And so while it would have been nice to have Bolton, Anthony Hitchens isn't going to be too outmatched going up against a guy like that. And then plus, they've got Willie Gay out there. And so if they need a little bit of speed, they can try to get him on the field as well. In the first quarter, Mahomes, 10 of 12, 99 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Like I said, the fumble was bad, but great job by Tooney on the recovery. And other players, that was the big thing in this game too. They're not going to have Kelsey. They're not going to have Lucas Niang. They're not going to have Nick Bolton. Are other players going to be able to step up and help this offense move? First, I want to call out Andrew Wiley, who, again, has not been a problem. I mean, that's all you can ask of Andrew Wiley, stepping in there at right tackle, especially when they've got TJ Watt roaming the field. I know he's banged up, but great job by Andrew Wiley in this game so far. Mahomes has been kept relatively clean. And Pringle, Byron Pringle in the first quarter had 3 catches for 34 yards and a touchdown. He could have had a lot more. If he had, that was that great throw Mahomes made over the middle and Pringle dropped it. So Pringle stepped up. Darrell Williams has stepped up. We're going to get to Derek Gore in a second. Thank you, Signature Gala. Yeah, doing my best to hold down the fort. I know I'm not going to throw out probably as many F-bombs as Verderame, but I'll do my best. Can Willie Gay turn into the next Derek Thomas with his speed? I don't think so. A little bit of a different skill set. I don't think they're going to be blitzing Willie Gay a lot. He's more going to be in the middle. He's going to be, playing the run, going sideline to sideline. I think when you think about Willie Gay, I would think a little bit more like Derek Johnson, especially, early, young Derek Johnson. Appreciate you having listening to Patrick Allen during halftime. Greater than the CBS talking heads. Appreciate that. Although some of those guys, especially Bill Cowher, know more football than they'll forget more football than I'll ever learn. But will Casey continue to pile it on from looks like Cyborg? 26 and a half live. Wow, minus 26 and a half live spread. So if you're a gambler, the Chiefs came in, I think it was 10 minus 10 and a half in this game. Vegas always knows. Pittsburgh does have a way of making games ugly. But the Chiefs just kind of put their foot on Pittsburgh's neck right away, which is exactly what you wanted to see. I don't know. I don't know if the Chiefs continue to pile it on. They might, because I'll tell you this: the Chiefs' defense, and I want to talk about that. They've got their swagger back. I mean, they are flying. That's just what we've been talking about. It's just like a feeling when you're watching these guys. When they're feeling it, when they're running downhill, when they're being aggressive, they are really damn good. Obviously, they got some guys back. They're not playing as tentatively as they were last week against the Chargers. You got Chris Jones, Frank Gore got a sack, the interception. They're not scared of, Verderame was here. You would be getting a lot of hate on Roethlisberger. He's done. He'll chuck the ball up there. He's still a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he's got the helium ball going. He can't move. As I refer to him on our preview show, he's like the Tin Man without the oil can. And you can tell the Chiefs on defense, they're okay. Like they're okay with them throwing up a couple jump balls to Chase Claypool because they're not going to let Najee Harris beat them. I think that Najee Harris is the one that they're most afraid of. They don't want to let him get going. And by and large, they did a pretty good job. He had one long run for 21 yards, but I think they did a pretty good job. They've been harassing Roethlisberger a little bit. Evan says, what do you think it'll take to bench Mahomes and Hill so they don't get hurt? It's going to have to get into the fourth quarter, I think. I mean, we've seen the Chiefs hammer the Raiders as they're coming out of the tunnel right now. This is a crucial game for the Chiefs. If you didn't watch the early games, the Chargers lost. So with a win today, the Chiefs would have clinched a playoff spot. But because the Chargers lost to the Texans, which is hilarious, by the way, the Chiefs will win the AFC West, which I believe will be the 6th time in a row that the Chiefs have won the AFC West. And remember, before Andy Reid got here, the Chiefs had never won it, I think either twice or more than twice in a row, which is absolutely incredible. We've received 100 messages on today's Restream chat. Appreciate you guys for that. Yeah, boy, there's like 100 of you out there. Cool. Look, Derek Gore, got to talk about Derek Gore before we get out of here. He's been absolutely a godsend for this team. There really seem to be running with a rotation of backs today. They definitely seem like they want to run the ball and they want to poke and prod and see what works. Hell of an effort by Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that goal line. You heard that hit, all the way, Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas. They heard it in Pittsburgh, and he stood up to that, got low, and moved into the end zone. Absolutely incredible. But then Derek Gore, coming in here and running the ball well, and then breaking away for a really huge play. And great job by Mahomes. Mahomes looks like Mahomes. He's playing well inside and outside the pocket. He's moving up in the pocket. He's not panicking, which is some things that we wanted to see from him. Not bailing out of the pocket too early, and that's enabled him to make some really good plays. But I don't know how he does on that play that he threw to Derek Gore, went for like 50 yards. It's like he knows where the line is on TV. He runs right up to it, and he did a good. What I love what he did on that play was he looked over his shoulder real quick just to make sure nobody was coming up behind him. He's got caught from behind a couple of times, and once in this game this season that have led to fumbles. So he checked his six, made sure he was clean, and waited for the play downfield. And there's been a lot of receivers moving around. Josh Gordon a couple times after plays have broken down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Josh Gordon make something big happen in the second half because he's out there working and he's getting a little bit of an extra opportunity. Hats off to McCole Hardman. Great tightrope walk there on the sideline. Hats off to Tyreek Hill making an impact in the blocking on that play. Helped him pop it into the end zone. Can we get a go emoji party for Patrick? I appreciate you, Gonzo. Look, second half as we're getting ready to come back here. Three things the Chiefs need to do. One, take care of the football. All right. Two, run the football. Don't give Pittsburgh extra opportunities. Remember, Pittsburgh's going to be really aggressive in the second half. Their backs are up against the wall. They're cornered. Their season is on the line. They're going to empty out the playbook. They're going to be going for it on fourth down. Chiefs need to keep their cool, take care of the football. Don't turn it over. So take care of the football, run the ball, and repeat. Just do that over and over again. Extend some drives, and the Chiefs should walk out of here with a double-digit victory. Here's the schedule. After the game, come back right here to this channel. I will be here. Matt Verderam will be here. Sterling Holmes will be here. We will be drinking. My second half beer is a Goose Island Christmas IPA. It's freaking fantastic. I hope everybody out there who celebrates Christmas had a wonderful Christmas. If you're Jewish, I hope you had a happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate other things, I hope you're great celebrating that too. We'll see you in the second half. Appreciate you guys, and go Chiefs.